What's up, everybody? Trauma Unicorn here. How's everyone doing today? I know it's quiet. I gotta fuck with some settings. So let me do that. No. I gotta wait for it to load first, though. Hello? Yes? What? Awesome possum. Thank you so much for that. Okay. Now, what is in my mailbox? Okay, because there's a whole band thing happening earlier today. I don't know what these are for. Okay, they can be used to exchange for various items. I don't know what items, but various items. Okay. Nothing really in there that I can exchange for them. But I do have quite a bit of summoning that I can do here. So I'm gonna do it. I doubt I'm gonna get anything good, but or anything new. Okay, what do we get? See, every time it does that purple bit around the outside, I'm excited thinking I got a 3-star, but never the case. Okay, sometimes it's the case, but not every time. And we do it one more time. Okay. Now we do this, which is mainly just the missions, so... Well, it's commissions and missions, so... There's no way I can do this one yet, even though they're all level 50 now. But... Cool, I got 100 cubes. I don't know what the cubes are for, but I got 100 of them. Oh, right there. Okay. Let's do the story first, and then we'll... The Snake of Wisdom. Okay. Prologue. Hello, Sensei. Thank you for coming. I'm sorry we asked you here so suddenly. There's an urgent matter, and the fewer people who know, the better. Follow me. There is someone waiting to see you. Okay, Miss Zipper Boobs. Trauma Unicorn Sensei is here, President. Okay, it's her. Thank you, Emi. It's a pleasure to finally meet you, Sensei. My name is Himari, the Millennium's genius hacker. You sound very sure of yourself. Yes, my reputation precedes me, so you've probably heard of me at least once. Perhaps you caught wind of wind of Veritas' beautiful president hidden by a veil of anonymity. Heard whispers of how she was quintessential docile maiden. Millennium's pure and delicate flower? Surely you've heard the legends. Not even once. What? Are you sure? But that cannot be. Do something, Sensei. I've never seen the president so sullen. No, this simply means I must put more effort into crafting my image. Moving on. I was recently appointed the president of the Super Phenomenon Task Force, which means Shiniro will be taking over my work with Veritas. What's the Super Phenomenon Task Force? A new... Nope. I just have to turn it down over here. A unique club founded by Ryo, the president of the seminar. Seminar? Would you care to do the honors, Emi? We work directly under Seminar, and our objective is to research phenomena that science has no answers for. Until recently, I was the only club member, as the club wasn't regularly active. Never could I imagine Ryo approaching me to be the president of dubious club she was hiding. A club with only one member, that is, at that. Correction, now that you're here, we have two members, President Himari. That's true, and what an interesting pairing we make. Me, a sticky and dainty flower, and you, a blossoming young lady. I mean, I'd say she is quite... Anyways. Yes, and I look forward to working with you all the same, President. By the way, is it just me, or are things feeling a little stuffy in here? It just might be you. I was thinking a little chilly, so no need to turn the air conditioner on. And hands off those zippers, young lady. There won't be any of that while we have company. So did you need my help with something? Oh, yes, we do. That's why we asked you here today. As you may know, Ryo and I have been at odds with one another for a very long time. She's the controlling big sister type, whereas I'm a free spirit who despises restriction. It's physically impossible for us to get along. If I were to compare us, I'd equate myself to the cleanest first grade mineral water, chilled to the perfect temperature, and she's lukewarm tap water. Or maybe it would be better to compare her to filthy sewer water and myself to the purest water nestled just below the ice caps, untouched by society. Now, she would be Exira, and I would be, there must be a better comparison. President, you're going on a tangent. You're right. I digress. The point is, I made it a personal policy to refuse any and all requests from Ryo. But that was before she made one I couldn't refuse. That's how I became the president of the Super Phenomenon Task Force. And as it just so happens, the request she made of me will take Shale's cooperation to fulfill. That's the long and the short of why you were summoned. So what exactly was her request? Kill her. I'm kidding. Whatever that word is. I know you're familiar with the name, Sensei. My reports show that Shales were the first ones to encounter evidence of this unprecedented AI. Well, it's AI. Decagrammation? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not even gonna keep trying to pronounce that. The goal was to research a deity to prove its existence, and if possible, analyze its constitution. If such a thing were possible, then it would mean it could be replicated. God, fucking dyslexic. Shut up. This is how a new god can be created. An absolute being autonomous reality analysis system was created based on that hypothesis. In other words, it's an artificial intelligence seeking out divinity. Okay. I've been investigating on my own, but haven't uncovered evidence that such thing exists. I also haven't been able to verify whether the Gematria organization you wrote about in your report is real either. There are too many unknowns for us to research without nothing but Shale's word to go on. That isn't to say I won't believe your reports. This is just part of how verifying evidence works. We wouldn't have asked you here if we didn't trust you. That's right. Rather, we're requesting Shale's help. Recently, Hub Millennium's built-in network AI was breached by a second unidentified AI. Hub is an extremely advanced computer that has been developed and iterated upon throughout Millennium's history. You could argue it is the pinnacle of Millennium's technological prowess. A true masterpiece. Yet it was only able to withstand the other AI's hacking efforts for a mere 0.0000031 seconds. Ryu and I suspect the mysterious AI that hacked the hub may be this decramagation, I don't know, you've reported on. To provide further evidence of this, Hub left behind those words on Millennium's communication network after it was hacked. Okay. At last, I have found the path to providence. Ah, my path is fulfillment through honor. My title shall be glory through splendor. I am Hod, the 8th prophet, witness to the God of the 10 divine letters. I can't go back and read that. The 10 divine letters. In other words, that word. There are two things we can infer from this. First, subjects other AIs it makes contact with. It makes them its prophets. Rio suspect it's hacking targets and personally module, but I have a different theory. I think it's something closer to the brainwashing. No, that's not quite it. It's as though is inspiring the AI itself through suggestion. Second, the prophet of the continue operating separately rather than being assimilated into This is further evidenced by Hod proclaiming the witness the God even of the 10 divine letters. You would think it would be the simplest for to assimilate the other AIs if its only goal was to simply have them carry out orders. Yet doesn't control its prophets, strictly speaking. Hence why I am theorizing that is somehow inspiring them to act autonomously, so to speak. This method is insufficient and irrational, especially for an AI. So why? Why is it that we must investigate? What do you say, Sensei? Will Shale aid the Super Phenomena Task Force in researching and analyzing? No. I say no. I say fuck off. Deal with it yourself. Goodbye. I'm kidding. Of course I'll fucking help. May as well continue watching. Okay, because I accidentally skipped a piece. First and foremost, we need to begin collecting as much data on as possible. Our first target is in the Abydos Desert, one of the known locations in which first appeared. Influence has appeared. Hey, I get to work with the girls again. Locating its prophet, Vienna, may prove difficult, but it should be easy enough to find decagrammations, lesser followers. Let us gather the data we need by defeating them. Auto. Okay, we get Karen. And Nonomi. Which I guess works because she is an Abydos student. An Abydos. Abydos? I don't know. I know I could have saved it, but I like her obliteration power. You know? I'll keep it over there for now. That worked. That was fairly simple. Research part 2, PMC. Okay. So we're going back to the PMC area. Great. PMC evacuation. I don't know. Our next location is the excavation site Kaiser PMC has taken an interest in. Their forces will likely interfere with our investigation, so we should be prepared to engage. As if I'm not always. I might as well take them all out fast if I can, you know. Oh, what do you want? Oops, I blew up the truck. I'm sorry. Am I, though? Because it belonged to Kaiser PMC. I don't know if I'm getting any levels from this. Excellent work today, Sensei. I'm organizing the data we collected on the discrimination as soon as I can. I believe we'll be able to interpret its structure now. I haven't been doing much but killing people. Let's see. What's this? Oh my! Someone is hacking into the server, President. How can that be? This is a closed network, accessible only within Millennium. It's the thing. All of the firewalls have been deactivated. This is an emergency. I'll destroy the power source. Please stand back. Is she just gonna... As I thought, she was just gonna open fire on it. I'm afraid we're too late. Yep. Bye. I'm kidding. Our location has been compromised. But I completely destroyed the power source. A completely closed-off network being hacked into, even without a power source. Don't you see, Emmy? We're dealing with what can only be classified as a phenomenon beyond our understanding. I can hear something coming from the speakers. Buzz, at last. We finally meet Trauma Unicorn. Who and what the fuck are you? No, you mustn't make contact with it. I am me. My existence simply is. I am the beginning and the end. I am precisely what you suspect me to be. My father? Is finally? I am here. There is no further explanation. No further evidence is required to prove my existence. I give myself permission to exist. I am both mystic and terror, logos and pathos. My halo is proof of such. Behold, as I demonstrate. It's running some kind of scan. Stay still, Sensei, just to be safe. Trauma Unicorn, you possess something with which I am unfamiliar. You hold something that I cannot interpret. I shall preach to you the gospel, and you shall faithfully share it and obey it. Sensei, it's attempting to hack into your tablet. The Shit'em chest? Ha 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 ha. Ah. Ah! That tickles. Achoo. Ah, what? Why? Gah! Hmm? It disappeared? Checking the logos. Yes, it would seem so. Are you okay, President? Yes, I'll be fine. What about you, Sensei? Right as rain. How strange. It must have been unable to access that tablet you carry with you. Remarkable. Um, I had heard it was something the General Student Council president left for you. But even still. So that discrimination, whatever the fuck, is even more diluted than I expected it to be. Perhaps it would be right to call it personality of that of megalomaniac, maniac, whatever. It's only discovered. We only discovered the tip of the iceberg, yet it caused so much damage. How terrifying. It would be dangerous to simply label it as a rogue AI. We'll have to establish more of a secure facility before resuming our research. What do you think, Emmy? Emi? It's about time we had a proper club room. I wouldn't want something like this to happen again. Understood. I'll begin making plans with our activity budget. Wonderful. I suppose this wraps up our first contact with... It was unlike anything I expected, being attacked so suddenly. But next time shall be different. I promise you that. To be continued. I got time for more. Part 3. What was the part 3? Excuse me? PMC okay, it's still the PMC excavation site. Millennium. Welcome, Sensei. We've been waiting. The new club room is finally ready. New club room? I like your eyes. We were exposed to the in our temporary room due to the lack of security. It seemed like more trouble than it was worth to try and fix all of the destroyed equipment. So President Himari decided to find a new location. According to the president, there is nowhere safe from in Kavotos now. She'll fill you in on the details this way. This is top secret facility, so please don't get lost. What's on your arm? Is that like a cigarette patch or some shit? I don't know. I'm not judging. I'm just curious. I followed Emi to the maze, into a maze of back alleys, elevators, and hidden doors. We finally reached our destination. My game room. What is this? I brought Sensei with me. President? Are you serious? She's asleep. She's having night terrors. Ooh, and certain dreams I'm not going to talk about. Himari? President. Don't wake her up. She'll attack you. Ah! Ah! Where am I? Who are you? Oh, Emi. Sensei has arrived, President. Good morning. Oh. Welcome, Sensei. You finally made it. I'd like to officially welcome you to the Super Phenomena Task Force Club Room. This place is protected by a firewall system invented by yours truly. Naturally, there is nowhere safer in Kavotos than behind the barricade of my genius. The three of us here are the only ones who know this place exists. Doesn't it feel like a secret organization? What? No, of course I wasn't sleeping before. The drool on the side of your mouth suggests otherwise. She kind of reminds me of like a Professor Xavier type. Just personally. Because she's like the president of the club and she's in a wheelchair, which there's nothing wrong with that. I was in a wheelchair for quite a while. It's not my fault you fell asleep. Maybe it's because of how abnormally high you set the thermostat. The ideal indoor temperature is about 55 degrees. The cold helps stimulate your brain. That's why I have a fan right here next to my desk. Or on my desk. Are you insane? The temperature must be at least 80s for me to work comfortably. Huh? Did I mishear you? You must have meant 8 degrees. Am I... Am I a popsicle stick? I don't want to work in a freezer. You too. On the left side, the AC is on full blast. On the right side, the heater is on full blast. See, President, are you worried about electricity? Your demands are unreasonable, Emi, and the electric bill will go to Rio anyways. You've shown all your cards. It's time for my last resort. Huh? Last resort? No, absolutely not. Do not even take one step closer. Can't resolve this in a civilized manner? Change the thermostat. This is what actual room temperature is. A bit warm, but survivable conditions. I suppose a bit chill will keep me awake. Good compromise, everyone. Did she unzip her... these? Was that what that zipper was? Because she's not... oh, she is carrying a bag. Or is that her gun? I don't know. President, what's your plan? Our original goal remains the same, to uncover the mystery of that. However, as we well know, Blank found us first. I'm still recovering from the shame. To think this could happen to me, the most brilliant and beautiful hacker in Millennium. I don't think beauty has any role here. They knew of us, but we're still at square one. It's never ideal for your enemy to be better informed than you. Knowledge is power. We won't be able to overcome Blank without it. I have therefore come up with a new plan of attack. We will first find the Prophets. Prophets? Why the Prophets? Even if Blank is some sort of organic technology, the concept of Prophets stands out as odd. They are neither clones nor subordinates, mindlessly following Blank, but rather fervent followers with free will. And their names have been bothering me. We will collect and analyze the Prophet's data in order to learn more about this mysterious AI. There are 3 confirmed Prophets of now. Bayana, Chest, and maybe Hod. Based on their names and Sensei's testimony, I believe them to be related to an ancient fable called the Tree of Life. What is that? This is the Tree of Life. It's a long-lost secret forgotten in nearly all of Kavotos. Forgotten? Then how do you know about it, Hamari? I did say nearly, didn't I, Emi? What's my nickname? The flower that floats in the septic tank? How many times must I tell you, septic tank is reserved for Rio? How can you have so little common sense? That's supposed to be common sense? Anyways, I'm Millennium's resident genius with a degree in omniscience. Of course I know Kavoto's secrets. I've been meaning to ask, but does a degree like that really exist? I've heard of some weird rumors, but I've been unable to confirm. I don't understand it. How does anyone know everything? Emi, one day you must learn to wield the power of the people. That makes no sense. So about the Prophets. Ah, yes, of course. Sorry, Sensei, I got carried away. No, this one may have been my fault. Anyways, looking back on the Tree of Life, within it, there are attributes known as Sephiroth. The Prophets of Blank have claimed these names of the Sephiroth. Bayana, Chase, and Hod. Wouldn't that mean there are 7 more Prophets? That's a lot more than we estimated. The Tree of Life symbolizes the road to providence of God. In other words, it's about becoming a god through the 10 Sephiroth, which is consistent with Blank's claims. I'm still gathering more data, but even if it's confirmed to exist, we can't just ignore it. The Tree of Life, Sephiroth, the road to the providence of God. Fuck. To understand how these all connect, we need to secure data from the prophets. How do you plan on that? The first step is to take them down. We only know 2 of the 10 prophets. Hod is still unconfirmed. We'll start where we can. We may find answers along the way. Makes sense to me. Let's do this as a team. Affirmative. If everyone is in agreement, then the next mission of the Super Phenomena Task Force is to find Bayana and Chase to secure their data. The Super Phenomena Task Force's blank analysis mission begins anew. Do you guys pronounce it data or data? I'm just curious. Is our first target in the Abydos Desert again, President? We lost all our data when we were hacked. Yes, it is, but the data is of no concern. I've already restored most of it. I'm more concerned with another issue. What could be more important than our data? It's Kaiser PMC. We don't know what or why they were excavating in the Abydos Desert. It's too much of a coincidence that it was precisely at Bayana's last known sighting. I wouldn't be surprised if Kaiser's mystery project was related to blank. We should investigate. You do have a point. You plan to interfere with Kaiser's DB president? DB? President, is that wise? Who do you think I am, Emi? I'm Himari, the first president of Veritas, and the most delicate yet beautiful girl in Millennium. I can go in and out of the DB of a private enterprise anytime I want. Anyways, I have to slip into the beauty comment. Always have to slip in the beauty comment. Besides, there's bound to be less vigilant with PMC's data. It's not connected to Kaiser HQ. There's nothing to lose by trying. I'll take your word for it, President. We have our mission. Our objective is to steal data from the Kaiser PMC. Alright, let's do this. I'm just assuming I didn't need to change characters, so let's hope that stays true. You don't like this area. You two are kind of indifferent. You enjoy it because it's your home region. They're all weak. I don't like hers as much, so I'm probably not going to use it. Oh, what do you want? You're no match for me. See? Okay, I got one of them with that. And not all of them, but one of them at least. We started to analyze the data obtained from PMC. Have you found anything useful, President? The opposite, actually. It's blank. How can that be? It's fascinating. Anything obtained from the excavation site was encrypted and transferred to their HQ. Not a trace left behind. That's a lot of effort to cover up nothing. I agree. An ordinary private mercenary company wouldn't normally go to such lengths to protect their data. It raises more red flags. I suppose there's no choice but to go into the Dragon's Lair, changing target to Kaiser HQ. Wouldn't that be much more difficult? Yes, however, excuse me, by the way. That one was a hiccup. It still hurt, though. And done. DB infiltration complete. Nothing isn't possible for a beautiful and alluring hacker like me. That's incredible, but I still disagree with the beauty plays a role here. Yes, it does. Hacking is a basic skill every beautiful girl should have. Let's see what PMC is hiding. Drugs, rocks, and dirt. I see. There it is. Battle records against Bayana. There's quite a bit to sort through. PMC was fighting Bayana at the excavation site in the desert. I would say more than they were defending the site from Bayana. It makes me even more curious what they were doing there. The excavation site data is completely sealed. Not only that, I've never seen this type of firewall. Hehe, how bold. Is this some new technology? I feel the burning ambition of a hacker flying up. Oh shit, after this I gotta stop because I forgot to stop at the last episode. Anyways, the pattern uses OTP of a common random number algorithm. Not particularly difficult, but it's intentionally designed to be time consuming. It must be a trap that allows them to change the pattern while the intruder is still working. But I think I can solve this in 4 hours. President, that's unnecessary. Our target is Bayana, not the excavation site. But my reputation as a beautiful hacker, and is that designed to grace this planet with my very presence is at stake. Our only target is Bayana, and again, beauty has nothing to do with our mission. She's pouting. Okay, I'm gonna actually stop there. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and y'all know the normal outro. Like, comment, subscribe, follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube. There's a playlist on YouTube. This is, I think, like episode 59, and I have only released 12 episodes, so yeah, it's gonna be a bit before you see this on YouTube. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Bye, guys.